Alright, so Force of Infinity is the next set coming to Duel Links. It has a Mechlord Astromechanical as its cover card, but don't be fooled by this monument to humanity's own hubris. This is 100% a Pendulum mini box. So let's have a look at the 3 archetypes in this mini box before closing out with the one-offs, shall we? Okay, let's get this out of the way first so that I don't waste both of our time. Mechlords suck ass, and that's not something that can be really fixed. It's an inherent problem with their gimmick. Mechlords, very specifically, counter Synchro monsters. Thing is, half of the time, you won't be facing Synchron decks. Like, what are you gonna do when you face Melodius on the ladder? Sit down, bend over? But, if you must try these impractical abominations, here's a quick overview of the new cards. Mechanical is a big beat stick with no protection that requires your whole hand to summon. Assembly is a tanky that does everything your deck needs, so you always run 3. And last but not least, Obligado is a +1 from deck, which is great, until you realize that the only machines you can summon with 2 Mechlords is Gear Gigant X. In the future, you will also be able to summon Heavy Armor Train Wolf and Quillifort Genius, but that's about it. It is also in my contractual obligations to mention that Aporia is coming the same day as the new mini, so if Konami gives in a skill that lets you cut your opponent's internet if you're playing 13 or more Mechlords, then they may see some play. Otherwise, don't bank on it. Alright, now on to the real stuff. Setting up for the clear release of the newest legendary duelist, Alex Simo, we have the debut of Dynamists and Duel Links. I feel like these cards have some serious potential, but the lack of Dynamist howling really hurts the deck. As a quick reminder, Dynamists are a Water Machine Pendulum deck where the scale 3s protect you from battle and the scale 6 protect you from targeting. Their 2 boss monsters, Spinus and Rex, benefit from tributing your other monsters, which isn't really a problem since their tanky charge recycles your monsters from the extra. The deck has a really strong turn 2 OTK, but kinda struggles turn 1 without howling. Conveniently, thanks to all of them being machines, they have access to pulse mines, which guarantees they leave for at least a turn. On the same vein, people also notice that they are all water attribute, meaning you can pendulum summon into Territory of the Sharks to summon number 37 Hope-Woven Spider Shark. Yeah. Dynamists are okay. Don't buy into the progression hype, but don't sleep on the deck either. Last but not least for archetypes are Abyss Actors. Sawatari fans, rejoice, all 3 of you. On a more serious note, Abyss Actors stand out for mainly 3 reasons. The first is their 0 scale pendulum, Mellow Madonna, which just lets you search and go +1, meaning you aren't bleeding advantage like most other pendulum decks. The second is their play of setting Rise of the Abyss King with Superstars effect, which will let you blow out your opponent's board without even letting them respond. And the third is setting Abyss Prop Wild Wagon, which when your opponent MSTs, just blows up in their face and returns all their monsters to the hand. This last one won't happen too often, as you can bet that when your opponent sees your shit-eating green while playing Sawatari, they won't even think of touching your back row. But when you go against that one, yes-clicking, burnt-brained, harpy player, some good shit. The main problem with the deck is, similar to Dynamists, a lack of a solid turn 1. You basically set Wagon and Treacherous and hope they snipe the wrong one. Sassy Rookie also makes for a solid set to carry you to turn 2, but that doesn't mean you don't have much in the way of interaction. Okay, now to finish off the one-offs. Odd Eyes continues to make their best hero impression and get splashed on every unrelated box possible. This time we have Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. For those uninitiated in the art of pendulums, this thing is basically a rank 7 machine that you use to ladder into Absolute and then Vortex Dragon when those come out. So if you're building this deck as it comes out, then you need at least 1. As for its actual effect, it's kind of okay in some matchups like Melodius. If your deck can make level 7s, you can just slot one in just in case. Accompanying Meteor Burst is Noble Dragon Magician. She's a pendulum tuner, which is kind of rare, but there isn't much she can do right now. Plus, she's just a temporary card until we get something better, like Tuning Magician. But hey, if you ever wanted to tack in Black Rose into Pepe, now's your chance! Orange Dragon is a good level 6 synchro counter. Does your deck make good level 6 synchros? Good, put one in your extra deck, otherwise forget about it. And last but not least is Santa Claus. Konami remembered it was December and decided to leave a gift at our doorstep. This is a Diet Kaiju. It counters things such as Bloom Diva and Leo Dancer. If you play inside deck tournaments, this is a must. But for ladder play, it's pretty inconsequential. And that should cover everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like so that I know to do more of these. Happy holidays!